Blog Talk Radio.
Again, I'm Robbie the Rummy, and tonight we have a special guest, which is Shamrock from Wyte Music, and we also have a side host who goes by the name of Snazzy. So if you want to introduce yourself, go for it.
Hey, it's your girl Snazzy.
What's happening? You doing good?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. You still nervous?
Yeah, I am.
All right, well, we're about to get Shamrock on the line right now, so get ready.
I am ready.
Yeah, you're on the line.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, this Shamrock?
What's up?
What's happening?
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing all right.
How you doing, Snazzy?
I'm good.
Cool. Good to talk to you again. Did you have fun at the gathering?
Yeah. How was your experience?
Oh, man. We had so much fun. It's my first time going.
Man, you guys put on a good performance. I know that much.
Oh, man. That was so turned up. Like, we talked about it for the next week. Like, every day we were just like, man, that was so much fun.
You guys are about to do it again next year?
Oh, already, without question. I think they already talked to Wyte about it too, if I'm not mistaken.
For real?
I think, but I'm not sure. But I mean, for me personally, just like that concert, it was the first time that me and Wyte got to perform the Yeah Ho track off his new album, Still Doubted, which is also a bonus track on my new album. That was the first time we ever got to perform it together, so it was just like definitely a special moment for me for that reason too.
Yeah, it was singing, but yeah, I was just in awe. You guys were fucking amazing.
We had a blast, man. Like, we were only there something like 20 hours, but everybody we met just in that short amount of time, it was just like you could feel the love in the air. It's just a really dope event, and everybody there is just good vibes.
And that's what people need to see. That's all it is. It's just good just to have fun and hear great music and hang out.
Yeah, smoke a little bud and do a little drugs and do a little other stuff. But, I mean, it was definitely, yeah, I had a blast. It's something I'll never forget.
Good. That's awesome. So,
All right. So, anyways, now that we got that all taken care of, you all right now? You still nervous?
oh, I'm going to be nervous for the rest of the time.
Yeah. She's playing, man. Like, she came up to me at the gathering and was like, yo, Sam, what up? You know, started chopping up with me. So I think she's just playing. But
no.
I was just telling her that, too. I'm like, how are you going to be nervous when you met him in person? I would think you'd be more nervous for that than on the phone.
I mean, I was nervous when I met him. Like, because my friend, my homie, he was like, yeah, you know, little Wyte and Shamrock's over there. I was like, no way. I didn't believe it. He was like, yeah, Shamrock's over there. And I'm like, oh, my God, are you serious? And then it took me about a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get me over there. So, yeah, I was nervous.
I mean, it was such a cool event. It definitely didn't come across that way. Everybody was just so, like, happy to be in the same space, and it was just, like, all love from every direction. So, you know, I felt so at ease. Like, I'd never been to an event like that. Didn't really know a lot about the Psychopathic Records fan base, and, you know, it was just a great event. Had a great time. Met a lot of cool people, made some new friends, so that's what it's all about.
Is the gathering the first big show you've ever attended, like performed for?
Can you say that again? I'm having trouble hearing you.
Was the gathering like the biggest show you've ever performed before?
No, it technically wasn't. In 2007, like right after the show, don't get me wrong, the Gathering was definitely one of the biggest shows I've done. But in 2007, right after the show, I got invited to this concert in Miami called Springfest, and it's a big, big concert. Like Radio 1 puts it on, and so I probably performed just me and my boy Looney Tunes. It was just two of us on stage in front of like 15,000 people, and it was crazy. Like they had so many performers, everybody's like kind of lined up, like who's going next and who's going after you, and like Trey Songz was going before us. So we're just sitting there talking to Trey Songz like it's nothing, and the Shot Boys were right behind us, and they had the Party Like a Rockstar song, and it's just like all the artists were in the same area. So that was definitely a surreal moment too, just to chop it up with everybody. But even at the Gathering, all the artists were just chilling, like backstage. It was like us, got to chop it up with Twisted and Ritz and Bushwick Bill and Haystack and Jelly Roll, and it was dope.
It's dope. And with my understanding, you have a new album coming out September 4th, right?
Absolutely. It's my second album on Wyte Music Records, owned by Lil Wyte and co-CEO Party. And my first album came out last year. It's called The Wyte Rapper Show. Still in stores. Got a copy. And the new album comes out September 4th. It's called Money Green.
Can we be expecting any collabos on that album?
Oh yeah. Gotta have collabos. We're always gonna have some serious tracks where you need to talk about it just yourself, but collabos are always my favorite because you get to feed off another person's energy on the track. Like you always work with a producer, but to have somebody else's vocals on there, and chances are you're gonna write with them too on the spot. So, I worked with, of course, Lil Wyte, other Wyte Music Crew, Party, Miscellaneous, Thug Therapy, all crazy talented. Got to work with Lord Infamous from 3-6, and got to work with Frazier Boy, Academy Award winner, used to be with HCP too.
Now, who can I expect on this new CD?
Like artist-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all those people I was just talking about, like Lord Infamous from 3-6, Frazier Boy, Lil Wyte, Party, Miscellaneous, Thug Therapy, some of my other friends, Looney Tunes, Amber Cherie, just beats by Big Boy, who did the whole Still Doubted Lil Wyte album, my boy Looney Tunes, my boy Ryba, and my guys, the Avengers.
Yeah, dope album.
Oh, and I got Jelly Roll on the album, and B Peasy, and they're both in the group Snow with Lil Wyte, and so like you said, dope album, dope features.
And how much tracks does it consist of?
It's got 14 tracks. The first 11 tracks no one's heard before except for the leak with Jelly Roll called Money Calling. It's all over the internet. And then we got some bonus tracks at the end, like Yeah Ho with Lil Wyte, that was also on Still Doubted. And Spinach with Party, that was on his album. And also Loyalty, which is me, Lil Wyte, and Party, produced by Lex Luger, and that was on White Christmas 3.
Now, do you have any upcoming music videos, like in the process or producing or anything?
Yeah. We got the video to Yahoo that's already out. That one's all over World Star, all over the internet. I got a clip coming for the intro, the Money Green intro. Really, really, really dope clip. It features some dancers from Memphis who are doing like the Memphis Buck dance, which is like a real legendary type of dance, and it's very difficult. So it's gonna be dope to showcase that. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're also working on a video to one of the songs with Amber Cherie, who's singing on the hook, and it's more like a guy-girl, kind of like love and the things you go through, the pain, and we're working on a video to that too. So I think that'll cross over well with, all my fans.
And do you have an upcoming tour for this album, or haven't you really planned one yet? Or?
We don't have necessarily like a Money Green tour. like titled like that. I got some upcoming show appearances, and I think I'm definitely going to be on a couple of Lil Wyte's for his Still Doubted tour that's still going on right now. So basically, I got to be ready to hit some different cities and go to stores like FYE and Best Buy and like Sign, and that'll happen more the week it comes out, and then it'll just be certain cities here and there, but not a tour per se, but I'll definitely be out there in a major way.
Okay, and about the album, if you could maybe compare it to maybe an artist that influenced you into wanting to be into the music business, what would you compare it to, like, sound-wise?
Oh, that's a good question. It's definitely got a lot of Mafia sound to it, like 3-6 Mafia, Lil Wyte's old albums, Still Doubted album, Frazier Boys albums. You know, I came up on 3-6 Mafia and Hypnotized Minds. It's definitely, you know, I'm from ATL, and I'm from the east side, so it's definitely, you'll hear a little bit of the sound, especially like in the beats and some of the choruses, like the style of the vocals and stuff. But, you know, similar to like a Gucci Mane or Shout It Low, just some ATL, like street music kind of mixed with the 3-6, with just a little bit of South, like just all over South. It definitely sounds like the dirty South. So, you know, that's why we did the dirty party at the Gathering.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, what's up?
Oh, nothing. I'm nothing. I'm saying.
Oh, no. I was just saying, it's just, you know, that's something that we want to stay true to. You know, the South has done good on radio, but just keeping that sound, like even us being in that showcase at the Gathering, I think it shows that we kind of stay true to the South. Like, no matter what's trendy, we're just going to make music that we know that our supporters like and not try to water it down for the radio. That's definitely something that we learned from acts like Strange Music and Psychopathic Records, is that when you're indie, you take care of your fans first. You don't worry about the radio or shit like that.
Okay, I have a question.
You got it. What's up?
I want to know is, what was your inspiration when you were younger to like pursue music? Music. It's just always been in my blood. Like, my whole family plays like instruments, and my mom can sing, and I just grew up with a lot of music in the house. You know, my brother played like the first rap songs I heard when I was little, and my dad was always playing the blues and stuff. So I would say it kind of came natural, like I was born into like a musical family. And then as far as the rapping and stuff, I was always like more shy, like growing up in school and stuff. And so really like writing rhymes just kind of helped me get out those emotions that I couldn't really express at that time just because I was very shy and stuff. And once I got out there, started actually making my music, you know, people reacted to it really well because I worked just day and night on it. And once I got that reaction, it just made me want to take it to the next level.
And for you to be on Wyte Music, did you happen to contact, you know, Little Wyte, or did you send him demos, or did he contact you to, you know, see how you were?
You know, it was more like I had been listening to Lil Wyte since his first album came out in like 2003, and he's definitely, I don't have like a bunch of white rappers that I was really, you know, always crazy into, but Lil Wyte was definitely my favorite. And he of course had seen me on the VH1 White Rapper show, and you know, he was digging my style like I was digging his style. And then we actually met in Atlanta. He had I think he was doing a tour, and he came through Atlanta, and we ended up chopping it up and getting in the studio together. And just kind of over time, we just, you know, worked on some more music, and just the vibe was right. And, you know, I'm the only person on Wyte Music Records that's not from Memphis. So for me, it's definitely an honor, and it just happened very naturally.
And so you mentioned that you're on a show called Wyte Rapper or something like that. Like, I've never heard of that before. Is that still around, or is that done, or how did that work? Like, I've never heard of it. Plus, I'm not a big TV person either, so, like, I don't know.
You asked how I got on the show?
No, like, is it, well, yeah, that too, I guess you can throw that in, but, like, is that still around? Like, do you still take part of it, or how did that work?
It was just a show they did for, like, one season, and I actually got on the show. It was like a reality competition, like 8 episodes, and it was in 2007, and I was actually contacted by the casting director because she saw me on a documentary that VH1 was doing about the Atlanta hip-hop scene and people who were trying to get on because Atlanta had really blown up and started to take over. So she seen me on that. She contacted me, and I got to fly to New York and be in the final round of people trying out. And then once they did it, they did the whole reality competition, and it was just kind of like a one-season thing. But, I was fortunate enough to take home the crown, and they showed lots of reruns through the whole year and a half, so a lot of exposure.
And so you made it through quite the history and experience.
Yeah, it was definitely like that's like the experience and the exposure that I got from it were like the two biggest things. Like, I think it was worth more than the money that I ended up winning as a prize, was just the experience and everybody who I met and the things I got to do. It really just got me ready for, the level I'm at now, which is putting records in stores and touring and stuff like that. It was definitely worth it. The experience alone was worth it.
Yeah. Snazzy, you got any more questions for me?
I'm still in shock. I'm not even joking.
Hey, I have a question for Snazzy. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a chance to check out my first album that came out last year, the Wyte Rapper Show, right?
Yes.
All right. Not saying that they're the best two songs, but if you had to tell somebody who had never heard of Shamrock music to listen to two songs off my first album, the Wyte Rapper Show, what two songs do you think you would tell them?
The whole damn CD?
No, that's a cop-out. You got to only pick two.
I can't. I have not taken that out of my freaking car. I have been listening to that nonstop since the gathering.
All right. Well, I guess that's the best answer I'm going to get.
I can't pick two songs. I can't.
Okay. Well, that's a good answer, too. I like that answer.
She was telling me last night because after I was done interviewing Lil Wyte and stuff, I had mentioned how Lil Wyte had told me that he'd get you on for tonight. So she happened to see it up on my Facebook page, and she's like, man, he's like my favorite rapper. Can't believe I missed it. All this other stuff, right? And then so the following day, I find out that my other host couldn't do it due to a passing. And so I contacted her, and she's like, shut the fuck up. Are you serious? And I'm like, I'm dead serious. Come do this. And she got so nervous.
Nah.
I'm so nervous. I'm shaking.
Nah, for me, it's a better experience for me to have snazzy co-hosts because rather than, maybe two people ask questions and not really getting to see me interact and know what I've been up to, now I have someone in my corner who's got to see me on the road and see me do shows and got to check out the CD. So I love it. I'm so thankful that Snazzy's on the air with me.
Oh, thank you.
And Robert, thank you very much for the opportunity as well, man. As an indie artist, we are just so grateful of every interview, every radio, every publicity, everything. So I really appreciate you holding down the underground.
I'm always supporting the underground, man. If I can help with either promoting or passing around or get anybody up on for an interview, I'm always down. So, it's all just, love for the underground, so it's no big deal. I mean, I know it is for, like, indies and whatnot, but, I guess you can say family love, I guess you can say. But
yeah,
it's an honor to get you on, too. And
Hey, just know it's a huge deal to us, man. It truly means a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, anytime, man. And until the album comes out, I'll continue to promote and pass around and so on and so forth. So.
Hey, that's love, man. You gotta let everybody know, both of you, September 4th, 2012, Shamrock Money Green in stores. You gotta go cop it. And if you see Lil Wyte Still Doubt It, you gotta cop it. And if you see Shamrock the White Rapper Show, gotta cop it. And if you see Snow Year Round, you gotta cop it.
Oh, I've been promoting. I have on my cars Shamrock September 4th.
Dope. I love it.
You don't understand. Like, I've been a fan since the White Rapper Show. Ever since that was it. So.
Hey, I love it. That was the great thing about that show too. Is like outside of music, I think people really got to learn a lot about me and who I am as a person and where I come from and stuff. So it's like that's what people try to discover through your music, and I had the added benefit of basically just showing everybody on the spot. So, appreciate that. Thank you for holding me down, and thank you for being patient, because I know it's taken a while since the show, but, I'm finally here.
I know. Like, when they told me that you were at the gathering, I'm like, no way. I'm like, that's not him. Mm-hmm. And my friend's like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, shut up. I've always wanted to come see you in concert and everything, and it's just like I've never got a chance to. And I have a question. Since his new CD's coming out, and I know you were talking about, like, you're going to, like, FYE and all that kind of stuff. Like, are you coming out north at all?
That is a good question. Last year I did a FYE in store in Detroit, and I'm not sure where they'll put me now. I know we're trying to lock down a date in Ohio, which would be Columbus, Ohio. No, Cincinnati, Ohio. And hopefully I can get somewhere Illinois or something similar. But we're still trying to lock them down. We're trying to lock down the ones that we have in Florida and Tennessee and stuff like that, too.
Try to get into Illinois.
I would try. I'll try my best, I promise.
Okay. Then I'll be happy.
Will you round up about 30 folks to come with you?
I can get more than that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then Chicago it is, or what part of Illinois?
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago it is. One of my favorite cities.
Heck yeah. I live like 45 minutes out, but I tend to drive as far as I can go if I can see somebody that I'm a big fan with. So.
Okay, cool.
Now, is there anything else you can tell us about the album coming up, or did you basically give the letdown of everything, or what we can expect for your upcoming future, such as other projects?
I think now that you know all the features on it, it's a lot of Hypnotized Minds family, a lot of white music family, a little ATL, a little Memphis. I think that's all I want to let out the bag right now, because I want to still have some surprises. But definitely coming up next from white music, we got a Thug Therapy album, first group on white music. We got a Little Wyte and Frazier Boy, the Bar album, Bay Area Representatives. People have been waiting on that forever. We got Miscellaneous new album coming out, so just know it's a lot coming out soon, and we have no signs of slowing down. We got 4 albums out in stores in about a year and a half, and we're going to put a whole lot more.
That's dope. I know Little Wyte, he mentioned something about putting out I believe, Christmas mixtape or something this December. Are you going to be on that, or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the projects, like, everybody on the team just goes so hard for every project. Like, we treat every project like it's our own solo project. So it'll be White Christmas 4 this year. Every year the mixtape keeps getting bigger and bigger. So we're going to have the whole team on this one. Comes out, I can't remember if it comes out Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but I'll be on it. Whole team will be on it, and it's going to be jamming. And it's free.
I'm down to see. All right. Well, do you want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Okay, cool. Real quick, I got to give a shout-out to Robert and Snazzy for being on the air with me. I know it's Friday night, and they could be partying by now, which I'll probably do in a few hours, but we had to knock out an interview real quick. So big shout-out to them. Shout-out to the whole Wyte Music Records, Lil Wyte, Party, Miscellaneous Thug Therapy, Extended Family, Frazier Boy, Lord Infamous, Jelly Roll, BPZ, everybody on the album, Big Boy. Big shout-out to Selecto Hits. Big shout-out to everybody who was there at the Gathering of The Juggalos and said what's up. We love y'all. Big shout-out to Twisted and IGP for bringing us out, and everybody for killing the stage, and just everybody showing love, man. I appreciate it.
That's what's up. That's the thing. Yeah, the right. And I'm always down, to shoot up an interview. So, you got any future projects or something you want to do another interview, you can hit me up, or I can pick you up with whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be honored. I'd love to.
All right, that's all. And maybe I'll get Snazzy on, too. And maybe she won't be so nervous.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, we got a couple minutes here, so if you want to get any other letdowns or...
Oh, what's that?
So we got a couple minutes left. If you got any more letdowns you want to share with us or whatnot.
Let's see. Just know that, us being independent and us being underground, it's almost like we have to work twice as hard to do the normal things that, an artist on a major label would do. But at the same time, we just love putting that grind in because it's like our fans and supporters recognize it, and the cool blogs and radio stations that recognize it. It's worth double the amount, like as if a label just set it up for you, because we just work so hard. So, every single CD we sell, we're thankful. Every single concert we get to do, we're thankful. And it's just, we're not afraid of hard work. We're not afraid to succeed either. So we're just going to take it as far as we can and keep living the dream.
And that's what's up. Snaz, you got anything else you want to say to him?
No, I'm good.
Well, again, guys, Snazzy, Robert, I can't thank y'all enough for having me. I'm about to go slide and have a little fun on Friday night. I hope y'all do the same, and just be safe and keep supporting the underground. That's all I ask.
Oh, most definitely.
Always. And it was a pleasure to get you. It was an honor to get you up on here, too, and maybe we can get something in the future as well.
For sure. The pleasure is all mine, both of you. Y'all take it easy, okay?
You too.
All right, you too.
All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, later.
Yep.
All right, there you have it. There's Robbie the Rummy. We just had a John interview with Shamrock of Wyte Music and started with Snazzy. And he just gives you a bunch of info and projects and stuff to be looking out for with side projects and videos and on tours and shows and whatnot. And he just said that he was at the Gathering Of The Juggalos this year too, and he gave a lot of family love there as well. So, that's it. And big shout-out to him, and shout-out to Snazzy for being part of it. And big shout-out to all of Wyte Music. Shout-out to Little Wyte for making this happen. He was on for an interview yesterday, and he got Shamrock to be on, which was a pleasure, and we all got some big info, so maybe we'll get him on again in the future, along with Little Wyte and others on Wyte Music and in the underground, We got also in 2 days, this Sunday, we got Chucky Chuck of B-Gas from Suburbanoids Records. He can be on an exclusive interview too. Same time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And then next Thursday, we got Klaus from the Underground Avengers. He can be on an exclusive interview as well. And that following Sunday, right after Klaus, we got two dudes who's looking to make it and stuff. So I'm going to do like a special independent segment for them, get them noticed a little bit, help them out, family thing. So I'm going to get them up on here too. They're called The Convicted Clown Killer. which consists of Wicked G and Big Patrick. So be on the lookout for that as well. Show some, underground support and stuff. So, that's it. And thanks for tuning in. It's much appreciated. And Robbie signing out. Later.